All right, welcome back. Whitlock and Wiley, joined once again by Sean Merriman. Let's return to the NFL, where Pro Football Talk is reporting that Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott will hold out of training camp unless he gets a new contract. Zeke still has 2 years left on his rookie deal, and after an offseason that saw him avoid suspension when he knocked a security guard to the ground, Dallas doesn't appear to be in any hurry to extend him. I want to clarify. They said that Zeke has said privately to some people that he might hold out. He wants to get paid now. Pro Football Talk seems to think this is a good idea. How concerned should the Cowboys be?
A star running back for the Dallas Cowboys. What's the old saying? Well, when in Rome, this is what you got to do. Let's go all the way back to Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith. Like, Emmitt Smith had to hold out from the Dallas Cowboys to get his money. And you fast forward to another great running back that they had, DeMaurie Murray, setting franchise records out there. Free agency, peace out, go get your money somewhere else. So maybe Zeke is just looking at it like, when has Jerry ever bent over and broke the bank for a running back? Now, let's get into other situations in the financials. $3.8 million this season. $9 million next year, 2-year, $13 million deal, basically. And then if they franchise you twice, you're going to be at a 4-year, $36 million deal. When top running backs right now, currently, before the new CBA, are making $14 million a year, somebody just grabbed Zeke and grabbed a calculator, did some simple math, and told him, sit out, save the wear and tear, and get your money.
This is going to be tough for them. You look at some of the running backs that held out in the NFL. You go back to Le'Veon Bell. Right? I truly believe that the Steelers are a playoff team if Le'Veon played. Right? They missed the playoff last year.
Yeah.
If he played, they would have probably made the playoffs. You talk about Melvin Gordon's situation. I do believe the Chargers is still a playoff team without Melvin Gordon. Now, how far they go in the playoffs and can they win a championship, that's another story. Without Ezekiel Elliott, the Dallas Cowboys are 8-8 at best. They're a 500 team, and they're not going to the playoffs. It's in their best interest to figure this out. We talk about Emmitt Smith at the time he held out, but who was that quarterback?
Troy.
Who was that wide receiver?
The Irv.
Okay, who was that? Who was that tight end?
Novacek.
Offensive line.
Right. Offensive line. You go the whole thing. Ezekiel Elliott goes, that team is a average team, and I don't care how great that defense is, right? They have great defense, but if you really want to go put all that pressure on Dak, this is what's going to happen. So they have to figure out find a situation that works.
I think there's reason to be concerned, but not that concerned, and I'll tell you why. I think things leak for a reason. We just saw with the Kawhi Leonard deal.
Yes.
If they don't want it out there, it don't get out there. Somebody wants this out there, and I believe it's Jerry Jones. I believe this is part of the negotiating strategy with Dak Prescott.
Oh, man.
Dak, you want all this money, and I got to pay Zeke, and Zeke's talking about sitting out. What are you without Zeke?
What
are you without Zeke?
What channel is this show on?
So, literally, I got to pay Zeke, and he's talking about sit. So I just think they just Pro Football Focus. I believe that story came out for a reason, and this is the next chip in that. You got to accept this $26, $27 million because we are paying Ezekiel Elliott, who you desperately need.
That's cold.
That's cold. That's high leverage chess right there. But if you're Dak, and it's interesting how they make it a team, a collective in terms of playing together and playing for something greater than yourself. But when it comes to payday, it's only 2 names on that check. Jerry Jones and yours. And that's where you got to put the blinders on. You got to run that race as a horse. You can't look sideways. As much as I know it doesn't land well with fans, it doesn't land well mainstream media. He's that selfish. What are you going to do? You're going to say, I take $26 million and give it to Zeke? Tom Brady made that mistake. He said, I'll take a haircut.
Made that mistake.
Oh, you ready? Tom Brady took a haircut. Look, he won, but he still lost. He took a haircut to get the money to Wes Welker. Guess what they did? Kept the money, said, Wes Welker, peace. Tom Brady said, can I get the money back? They said, nah, we'll just disperse it other places.
Yeah.
Do you want to be that guy? And I mean, look, you're not guaranteed that Tom Brady's success. Who knows if that was the direct cause, but that's just a messy game to play.
Let's move to Dallas tomorrow and open up the Dallas Morning Newspaper if you're a Dallas fan. And you, they're going to pay Dak, but they don't want to pay Zeke. How you think the average Cowboy fan feels? How you think Skip Bayless, and I'm speculating, how you think Zach or Deke? I I'm paying Zeke. And if I'm a Cowboys fan, I'm paying Zeke. And I'm like, hey, Dak, man, cut it out. We know that you're limited. This is one of the all-time great running backs, perhaps. You're not in that discussion. I think it's a brilliant negotiating strategy by Jerry.
I'll give you that.
Zeke hold all the cards right now. And if he's smart and that does go down, I would definitely hold out. I would 100% hold out. You're talking about even giving Dak $30 million to start with, right? That's just, that conversation to me is just absurd. Anyway, just even have that conversation. But now, if that's a real conversation, what is Zeke saying? Oh, you're going to give him $30 million after what I've done for the team, my production? I'm holding out.
Because Marcellus, at the end of the day, you're right. There's only 2 names on the check. But at some point in that locker room, this is Zeke's way of telling Dak, hey, bro, you messing with my money.
Yeah.
And so eventually, it's like when Emmitt Smith held out, trust me, Michael Irvin and eventually Troy Aikman, it's like, hey, man, get this dude his money.
Yeah.
Because we struggling out here.
Right.
And Troy Aikman's better than Dak Prescott.
And we saw this 2 years ago when Zeke went to suspension. So, yeah, you don't want to go through that again.
All right, coming up, we'll give you our latest approval ratings for DeMaurie Smith.
There goes Dak.
Jimmy will weigh in on the
Pacquiao Thurman live on pay-per-view and the Fox Sports app.
All right, welcome back. Our man, Uncle Jimmy's here.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
What?
Dressed as Antonio Brown's great-great-great-grandfather.
Can we get to the big dummy today? Because you know who's getting it.
Marcellus, what did Mark Ellis do today?
But, man, let me put it to you like this. Anybody that sits up here that close to Cameron Jordan and goes in and try to crack some jokes about this man's hair, you do know that's a Pro Bowl defensive lineman, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, was that just your little Ball State offensive lineman? You trying your little way with it?
He ain't the first Pro Bowl defensive lineman I had to put in this place.
Well, look at that.
But he might
Do
be
it
the
to
last.
Marcellus every day.
Oh, look at you. Over here cut blocking, huh? Unnecessary roughness. Look at him.
All right, anyway, here's a highlight
I think that.
from our discussion earlier about DeMaurie Smith and the idea of an 18-game regular season.
Big old dude. Hey, good. Bro.
Players only have to play 16 games, but they can grow overall league revenue by 15%. Why be against it? Why not consider it?
This is all about money, but this is also about creating leverage against the NFL owners. So how do you create leverage? You let the NFL play this out in the court of public opinion. Yeah.
All right, Uncle Jimmy, I'm for the 18-game schedule. I'm all about more money. What's your take on the 18-game schedule and our debate about DeMaurie Smith?
Well, of course you would be. First of all, me, myself, I'm a fan.
Yeah?
And as a fan of the game of football, I'm thoroughly and completely against it.
Why? I don't know why.
First of all, the price of an NFL game is already too expensive as it is.
Yeah, prices ain't going up.
And I'm being honest with you. I'm just now in a position that I can afford to go and pay for some tickets. So for me to take my son to a game, I'm spending almost $1,000.
You and your son.
And that's just for the working class, red-blooded American.
Man, where you
Hold on, you got 2 sons.
How many kids you got? Where you sitting?
They got 5 kids.
Look at it. Now, I'm talking about, y'all can judge me if you want to. I ain't talking about the 1% kale eaters like y'all. What? I'm talking, look, have you ever eaten kale?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I'm trying to tell you. It's a group of Americans that never have and never will eat no kale. That's who I'm representing.
Okay.
All right. So I just...
Look here, they say that this new schedule going to 18 games going to generate how much?
$2.5 billion.
$2.5 billion.
Yeah.
You know whose pocket that's going to come from? Mine. The fans' pocket. The Americans' people pocket. It sound good.
TV
it sound
network.
good to the owners.
Yeah. TV.
I'm from Kansas City. It don't sound worth a damn to me. You know, in Kansas City, man, we got something traditional NFL season. You know this, nephew. It's called the tailgate.
Absolutely.
Right or wrong?
Great tailgate.
Hey, nobody gets down like Kansas City.
You ain't lying there.
It's an event. It starts all day. You bring your skills. You got skills with the ball, bring them. You got skills on the grill, bring them. You know, some people, in real talk, some people save up to go to vacations. There are people in America that save up just to go to them eight home season games.
All right.
And so what's the right
So
more?
are you going to give us them?
$9?
So
Why
are
not
you going
$9?
to give us them 2 games for the same price? Or are you going to increase the price?
Well, it's going to be the same
So
price.
you telling me I'm going to spend $1,000, but I don't know if Baker Mayfield going to play? I don't know if Antonio Brown going to play.
That's my point.
I don't know if Patrick Mahomes is going to play.
That's my point.
Hold on, Marcus. I thought the point of the game was to put the best team on the field.
Ooh, Whitlock.
That's true.
Wait. What did Herm Edwards say? Hello? You play to win the game.
That's true. That's true. All right.
So, look, I'm just telling y'all, man, I'm against change. I'm old school. Okay? Hey, look, I'm just trying to tell y'all, look here, man. I'm that part. I'm old school. I don't do the old Casper slide, you know. Everybody clap their hands.
Every wedding.
No, bro, I'm old school. I'm bus stop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Look, man, you got old players like Ronnie Lott. You remember what Ronnie Lott did?
Yeah.
In order to start the season?
Never.
What'd he do? Cut his arm off to the nut.
No, he did.
That's the top of his feet.
He cut off his arm and led the league in interceptions that year. See, that's called love of the game.
That's called a lie.
See, it was something to behold. You understand? See here, look at it. Look at this right here, man. O.J. Simpson. Remember? Now, back in the day when he was a rookie, he ran up against what's that boy's name that had the head slap?
Deacon Jones.
Deacon Jones. Deacon Jones head slapped O.J. his rookie year. O.J. woke up 2 years later in a jail cell in Nevada talking about, I don't remember nothing. Now, y'all sitting up here talking about y'all want to go 2 more games. Look at poor O.J.
Not that big old head. No, he didn't.
Okay?
Hey, man, we got to get to
That hurt Deacon's head more than O.J.'s head.
Man,
we got to get to the
That big old head, O.J. got.
All right. I got DeMaurie Smith
35.
at a dumpster fire, 35.
That's the lowest ever.
4 in job performance,
Man.
1 in all-time greatness, 20 in character.
Yeah.
Give him a 10 in authenticity.
Goodness.
Dumpster fire.
Woo, dumpster fire. I got him at a 54. 19 job performers. You know what? The owners don't give away a lot to the players easily. Like, you got to fight for that. So he's the one leading
Thank
that
God
charge.
for Gene Upshaw.
I ain't talking to you. Look at all these overpaid players we talking about. Guess who got him that money? DeMaurie Smith.
I know who got him the money.
But he's a lawyer and he's the head of the PA, so 0 for authenticity because you know he lying. It's all about the money, baby. Go get that money, D.
All right.
D.
We'll
Smith.
see you tomorrow.
I know
That's
who
it for
got the
Speak
money.